Welcome! For today's tutorial you will need an eraser, the finest pencil that you can get, and I will be using Derwent's water-soluble pencil, but this is optional. So first off, we're going to do the trunk's silhouettes, and it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, as strange as it is, these lines just have no actual shape. They're just very irregular, and this will make them look realistic and they will have actual personality. So just be creative and have fun. So personally, I like to add a little hole in the middle of the tree. It just makes it look a bit more aesthetic and irregular, and that's something that I really like. Next, you will fill in what you drew, and I am using the Derwent's soluble pencil, but you can just use a normal pencil. It's fine. You will have an equally good result. Woohoo! So at the end, it should look something like this. And now I will use the fine pencil to just draw some lines inside the trunk. These are supposed to be very small, close together, and just try to make them very irregular and just follow the shape that you've already created. So this is a closer look for you to see what I'm talking about. Just make them very fine, close together, and as irregular as you can. Just create patterns that resemble the lines that you've already created at the sides. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing, just follow your own sketch and you will have a similar result. So you will keep doing this throughout the trunk and you will get something like this, hopefully. Had a little camera mistake, and so I had to add another branch, but you don't have to do that, of course. Now I'm adding some shades to the trunk. Remember where your source of light is. So for me it would be on the right side of the drawing, but for you it might be on the left. Just remember to create the shades accordingly. And of course add the shades for the branches as well, and you will get something like this. And now I'm just gonna grab the eraser to create some lights. Just remember to not eliminate the little lines that you made before, the ones that are very fine. you are creating like random patterns in the lines that you did before. And just don't forget about the branches, because of course they have their own light. So just do that, very simple. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add more shades to the inside of the hole that I made. And the branches as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna use my very fine pencil just to define the tree trunk a little bit more, define the shades. Here you can see how I'm doing it only in the edges, and that really makes it look a lot more realistic. Woohoo. You will do that as well in the branches of the trunk. Just don't forget about those. And you will have something like this. Now I'm using the fine pencil again to create those little lines as well. The ones that we did in the beginning. But because of all that shading, they were not very clear anymore, so I'm just doing it again. Just follow the patterns I already did. You don't have to create new ones. Okay, so after we finish, I'm gonna use the back of the Derwent's pencil to create a bit more shade in those lines that I just did. They're supposed to be random, so just remember to do it throughout the trunk and not just like in a very tiny section. Okay, now I'm just erasing some of those lines to create like random patterns. And yeah, just a bit more lights in the trunk. This is great because it makes it look more natural and just make sure that when you feel like you added too many lines, you can just use the eraser to take some of those off and it will make it look more realistic. So now I'm using the fine pencil again, just to make those lines a bit more realistic. I'm sorry, the camera is like shaking so much right now. But you get the idea, hopefully. Just like that, we create those tiny little lines that really make the tree trunk look so much better. So now it looks something like this, and I decided to add a bit more shades. Just alternating the pencils to create finer lines. Remember to not create new lines, just I'm using the ones that I did in the beginning as a guide, so I don't have to do it all over again. And now I'm adding some more lights and random patterns like I mentioned before. We're almost done. We just need some more shades. If you want to leave it like this, it's fine, but I personally just wanted to add more detail. Again, just try to alternate the thick and the fine pencil. When you feel like the trunk needs more lines, just use the fine one. When it feels like it has too many lines, just use the eraser. Just try to figure out what the drawing needs and experiment a little bit with it. It's fine. I decided to create more shades to make it look a bit more random, just like that. You can use darker shades if you wish. So yeah, just like that. I'm creating these like little holes in random places. This will also make it just a bit more realistic. Okay, so these are just the final touches. I'm using again the fine pencil to delineate the shades, add some lines if I want to. I decided that I had too many lines, so I just took some of those off, and I'm also delineating the hole that I made. And you see how by alternating the eraser and the fine pencil, you can really get amazing patterns in the tree trunk. We are almost done. This is just optional, to be honest. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But I do feel like it was necessary for me to do this. Yeah. Okay, we are almost done. And this is the final result. The lighting is not very good, but yay, you did it. Thank you so much for watching. Woo!